Welcome back to stage 2. Chris Dobey has the darts, but he has a bit of a mountain to climb here. 7-3 behind against a rampant ferret. Jonny Clayton, who came racing out of the blocks, hoovered up the first 5 legs in this match. Dobey has kind of worked his way back into it, but it's an interesting position, Paul, because Dobey will be relieved to have kind of halted the charge of Jonny Clayton, but he could have got a lot closer as well.
He could have, and I think going into that break, he stayed on the stage for a little bit of extra practice time just to figure out that first dart, because it has been too low throughout this game. And the first 6 darts of this second session, the first dart's been better, and as soon as I say that, he hits one underneath, but steady ton. But he just looked a little bit discombobulated going into that break, and a bit confused about what's been happening. Well, the thing is, it was all credit to Jonny Clayton with what he was doing. Chris wasn't playing poorly, but it was just that first dart that was letting him down, I think.
49.
Clayton's third maximum of the match, just giving him some interest in this leg, but Chris Dobey has 3 darts in hand and 32 points in front of him. Usually his opponent doesn't get another go, and that will be the case this time.
Yeah, tidy hole from Chris there, and that's exactly what he needed. He's got to try and deny Jonny shots at doubles. It's going to be very hard when he's scoring like that, though. Not the same, Murph. There's no defence in darts. It's attack, attack, attack.
And the ferret attacking the treble 20. 5 maximums now in this match for the Welsh wizard. 6 maximums now in this match for the Welsh wizard. Jonny Clayton, who might be conjuring up a little bit of magic.
94. Jonny recall.
Go, Jonny, go. Go. Jonny. Go.
Incredible stuff as Jonny Clayton completes the 9-darter. We finally had one here at the UK Open this weekend, and it has come from the fabulous ferret, Jonny Clayton, with a moment of sheer sporting brilliance.
We all know that he's been playing well for the last couple of days. He's still got a job to do, 2 more legs to get in the bank, and he will play again tomorrow. But that is one seriously good leg of darts. Even Chris Dobey can't help but crack a smile. 1 down. Didn't get the one in room 3 that I tipped, but we got one here. Hope we get one on the main stage tonight and have 2 in the same day.
Well, wonderful stuff. Jonny Clayton producing a perfect leg. I'll tell you what, stage 2 really has been the place to be this weekend.
You know it.
Those fans that have stuck around in reds have really been treated to some special stuff. Much of it involving games with Chris Dobey in them.
Well, Dimitri Vandenberg's called the dream maker. Might as well call Chris Dobey the drama maker. Yeah, another 180 from Clayton. He's not stopping. Did say he was a good front runner earlier on in the game. He loves to be in front. Loves to get that big gap and make it wider if possible. Dobey's done well to stick with him in this leg.
You may correct me, Paul, but I'd be surprised if it's not the first perfect leg produced by Jonny Clayton. Hasn't been around that long. He looked very proud of himself when he did it. Of course, you're going to be with a 9-dart, but I think that's a first for him.
I'm going to have to rack my brains a little bit. I don't remember one, but there's a small piece of my brain thinking that there may have been one in the past. Dobey, tops. Very good indeed. Just keeping himself in there. A great riposte to that 9-darter from Clayton. And we all know about the 9-dart curse, which used to be more prevalent in the game of darts. But it's less likely in this format, especially when you've already got a 3-leg lead. Dobey's not going to give up though. He's made us some tough Northumberland stuff. I'd love to see him get one back.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is Jonny Clayton's first, and the question I will have to ask Paul is, how does he keep his feet on the ground now? How does he banish that to the back of his mind?
I'd like to give you some sort of insight into that, but I've never hit a 9-darter in the PDC, so I can't really tell you. I've had legs where I've missed the double 18 or the double 12 for the 9, and all I can tell you is that you do have an extra adrenaline rush when you're going for that final double, and it does take you a little bit of time to come back down to earth because your legs go a little bit wobbly.
Still has a game on his hands. Chris Dobey is down to a finish against the darts, and Clayton hasn't left something very easily manageable here. They'll be playing sensible stuff. A couple of bullseyes there. It's been all about the ball for him this weekend.
You can't replicate the 141 this time, Jonny. However, he can't leave double 8. That's beautiful. Too late to the party, possibly. Break of throw. It's 32. This is a difficult dart.
That could be the biggest miss of the match. And that could be a very big hit as well from the little Welshman. 9-5, and Dobey has only one option now, and that is to take everything from here.
Yeah, I think that was possibly the biggest moment of the match, aside the leg before the break, Chris. If he kills those two moments and banks those chalk marks, I think he's got every chance of taking Jonny Clayton out, but he's lost those two mini battles, and ultimately Clayton has been able to fend him off.
134.
Yeah, made a really fast start in this match, Jonny Clayton, winning the first 5 legs, and fending him off is exactly what he's done since then. Just kept enough of a gap, and it's a gap that Chris Dobey has not been able to mind.
In this kind of form, I don't think there's anybody who wants to play Jonny Clayton, maybe. 101 average. It's always going to be swollen by a perfect leg, but he has played at that standard throughout this entire game and this entire tournament.
Yeah, his tournament average around 102. That's not going to change after this match unless there is a complete capitulation from here. Likely that Dobey will extend the action at least a little longer, although Clayton has left that 141 again just in case he doesn't pop in tops.
Does not get popped. Clayton for the match. Just seems to have lost a little bit of the range on the scoring since the 9.
Well, he's had 3 attempts at 141. I'm glad he took out the one he did, Paul.
I think that's very fair. Dobey for 10s. Still alive. 1 down, 4 to go. Here's Jonny Clayton taking his frustration out on Dobey after Wales lost to England today in the rugby. Big rugby fan, just like Gezi Price.
Yeah, both former rugby players at very different levels, it has to be said.
I wouldn't want to get in Jonny's way. He's made of very solid stuff. He's made of metal.
But there is a rumour that he's called the Ferret because he used to just be able to run under the legs of all his opponents.
I suppose that makes sense. Sincerely hope he hasn't been up people's trouser legs.
He's taken plenty of legs in this match and he needs just one more. Is this the one? He's in a handy position to take it and just to make sure he does it without any drama.
I don't think that was the right shot with dart 3 or even dart 2 because his darts are very flat. He should have utilised the 51 maybe. And Chris has fabulously left a finish. Really good thinking. Excellent execution.
That's twice from 305. Once he left 170. Now he's left 160, and this could be a skin saver.
Seen a couple of these 160s on stage 2 in the last 24 to 36 hours.
That's disappointing. I'd be very, very disappointed with that, Chris Dobey, because Jonny Clayton has to take out a big one and is unable to.
94.
And Dobey could have been on a much, much more makeable out.
And we'll get a shot at a double. It's at tops. Yeah, that's really good. He doesn't want to go home yet. Very much like the gesture he said at Ali Pali, I'm not going anywhere yet. 3 legs it's got to be, and now it's very doable, because all he's got to do, in theory, hold twice and 1 break of throw. Does Jonny Clayton have 1 more leg in him? Has he hit the wall?
Well, we've certainly seen the peak of Clayton's powers. A perfect leg from the ferret. Chris Dobey has had a very different match on his hands than what he's experienced before in this tournament. It was comfortable this afternoon against Simon Whitlock. It was anything but against Krzysztof Ratajski, but Dobey was right up to the test, right up to the task. This time he's having to come from behind. He's making a good fist of it.
Well, the secret to winning darts matches is very simple. Don't allow your opponent to have a match start. Chris Dobey is not in the best position right now, but he hasn't allowed Jonny Clayton to have a match start.
It's a loose start, but it's not a disaster from Dobey. He got himself into a little bit of a mess potentially in the last leg, but got himself out of it by taking out the 117.
Difference between Clayton and Dobey there is that Dobey knows how to leave a finish from 305. Jonny couldn't use the board in the right way from 1275, but 104 goes from Dobey. 1 hold of 2 that he needs. Now he needs the break. What we thought was possibly a canter for Clayton. It's turned into a bit of drama. Oh, what a response from the ferret.
8 maximums now for Jonny Clayton. Chris Dobey will not lie down. We know that much. We've seen plenty of fight from him over the course of the weekend.
The tenacity we've seen from Dobey to get in this position. Clayton's on it again. Oh, he can't possibly, can he?
We've had a 9-darter from Jonny Clayton due in the match. What about a 9-darter to win the match?
I'd love to see this. Good try, Jonny. That was a wide. And now he's just got to get the job done. Put himself south of 100 after 9 darts. Good respect, that. And that's why everybody loves Chris Dobey. What a fantastic professional he is. But if he's going to stay in this tournament, he needs a maximum. He needs to fill this bed. He needs another treble. Bare minimum.
Well, he may have an outside chance, but Clayton looking to extinguish it. 78 remaining, treble 18. Would have given a dart at double 12 as it is. We've seen the 9-darter. How about a match-saving 147 break?
Where does he go? 54? Had a funny feeling he might have gone tops for bull because it was the biggest segment. But it's all in the hands of the ferret. For 10-8, it's tops. And it's game, shot in the match to the ferret.